Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your full moon in Aries and sidereal nakshatra of Uttara Bhadrapada, as well as its borderline Revati. So, right now, right in this moment, the nakshatra is changing to Revati from the last pada of Uttara Bhadrapada. So, I don't know, maybe that's relevant somehow, because the Revati again is that Gandanta point from where the water turns into fire. Yeah. All right. So of course I am going to do a very tiny ritual, and you're free to join me in. You're more than welcome to join me in, only if you feel comfortable, you guys. All right. Otherwise, check out the timestamp and you can directly skip to the reading. I will be using the thought deck today, okay? I just feel like. So let's start the ritual. Let's light this brand new candle. It says autumn sunset. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it here. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's write down what it is that we are manifesting through releasing. Yeah, let's say it's going to be a mix. Okay, let's say my life is renewed with the passing of this full moon, I am purified. I am free from stagnation. I can love unconditionally. I am grateful for this life, life and all the experiences, good or bad, the experiences. Okay. Tonight I fully embrace this powerful, energetic shift. Yes, energetic shift in my psyche. I am strong and resilient. I embrace change. And transformation. Okay. I allow this moon to provide me direction, direction, and wisdom. I am open to the new adventures and beginnings, flowing to me, flowing to me. I'm thankful to the universe. I am thankful to the universe. Okay, and this time I'm gonna burn it on camera because we are going to use this fiery moon energy in order to collectively manifest this beautiful intention we just set. And if you are still here watching, let's do it together. All right. I'm hearing that Ellie Goulding song, and we're gonna burn, burn, burn. I'm gonna link it. I'm also hearing that light song by her. Yes, I'm going to burn it. I shouldn't have like folded it so much, but yeah. I love fire. It's a beautiful element. Okay. Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black. Okay, Metallica coming through. Now what do I do with this mess that I had made? Go away. Go away. All of you. Cool. Okay, let's start with the reading. Let's pull our Egyptian oracle as always, and then I'm going to sit with it, and then we are going to clarify the energy with the thought tarot this time around, okay? And let's do it. Be mindful during this full moon. It's, first of all, it's a harvest moon as well as it's Aries, so don't pick a fight. When anger issues come up, deal with it in a mature way, okay? Don't vent, because yeah, it's really fiery. It is. Especially, okay, let's not. Let's see. That's just for the full moon in Aries. Heiress to pyromania. Spirit is like, get serious. Get serious. All right. You go away. You're distracting me. Go. All right, let's do it. Messages for the... Ooh, two more shuffles. Messages, full moon messages for my lovely starborns, for my collective, for my viewers. Please subscribe. Please do that. Okay. Messages for my lovely starborns, full moon messages, everything that we need to know right now. Spirit, talk to me. Let's see. Shoot, tough nut. You guys, so many of you are in this twin union stuff. Shen the cosmic principle. This is order. This is order in the chaos. Wow, accept that. You guys. No, what am I saying? This is the chaos. Another one, yeah. Nephilim. Gonna pull one more. Yeah, this guy, definitely. This is another chaos, but at the same time, this full energy. Love it. Oh, Sasheta, of course, she's here. I recently did that pick a card reading, right? And she came out in 2 groups. So her energy is very, very strong. And she is the Akashic record keeper. So let me sit with this energy. I will be back. Okay. So the reading is starting with Shu Tafnut. This is the twin god energy. Plus we have black ices right here. We have cosmos, we have chaos. We have new beginnings. Let's get into the message. Now with the Shu Tafnut, right? This is about harmony between 2 opposing forces, okay, which are presented here through this card and this card, right? One and two or one, kind of same. So this is attraction of opposites, okay? This is union as well, union of 2 opposing forces. Now as double gods, Shu and Tefnut, they complement each other and they cannot exist separately. It is said that they shared one soul between them, half of which belonged to Ra and the other half to Osiris. The sun in the Duat awaiting its resurrection, right? After, of course, what happened to him, we know that story. Now they reflect the twin nature of Sirius system, and Sirius is very strong, so we have a lot of Lyran and Sirian energy here in this reading, especially with Sasheta and Sebdet here. That's heavy on Sirius, and this is also about heavy starseed activation. Okay, the collective is going through deep awakening, especially when it comes to Sirius light codes, okay, as well as Lyran. Now they reflect the twin nature of the Sirius system, where one brilliant giant star and one highly potent dwarf star are caught in an eternal dance around each other. So this is again giving me this energy of where those of you who are on a twin journey, you guys, okay, so one partner is more evolved than the other when it comes to the consciousness evolution. All right, now of course it's not a competition, no, but usually that is the case, okay? And in order to find that stability, that harmony, both the parties have to work equally, right? And it is again individual work, but at the same time it is a very collective work, all right? Because the collective is directly affected through this personal work when it comes to the twins, the the 144K, okay? Now, during this period, something of a very primal nature is taking place, okay? I feel like around this time, a lot of twins are reuniting. And I'm also getting this energy, perhaps not physically, but there is a reunion. Some of you, yes, even a physical one. But many of you, it's yet to be grounded like that. Look at that. That's the boat. Okay, she is traveling, and then we have all the waters here, so it is giving me distance for many of you. But with the cosmos here, some of you, you are together. Okay, now what I'm hearing is this union is of course here to serve a bigger purpose. Okay, okay, now let's look at Shenor. Now, about the Shenor, this is the circuit of heaven, the cosmos. Cosmos comes into existence when we find order in chaos, which is this primeval water here. The night, the nu. This is also the dark night of the soul. You can correlate it to that, but it is so much more. It consists all the possibilities within it. You know, this water here. And the colors here represent different things. Again, it's alchemy at play. So with this card, it says they are locked in a thus far perpetual struggle, each seeking the odd the other's transformation. Now this I correlate to the twin energy as well, right? Both the people are basically a walking, talking catalyst for each other, right? They are indestructible. This is about the twin energy, you guys. And further down the line, okay, so I just want to say this. My research is ongoing. Yes, it's ongoing, but I've come to many different answers when it comes to the twin journey. But the same thing, everything leads to the same source, sort of, you know, and that is what this energy is. So it says they are indestructible, but subject to such deep transformation, so that a final resolution would be the transforming of chaos into cosmos, or that of cosmos into chaos. Can go either way. Okay? That's where Pluto comes in. And I don't know, this card kind of reminds me of Pluto quite a lot for some reason. It's the spirals. Yeah. And I also associate Pluto with the hidden attribute of gods. Gods. Yeah. The hidden attribute of the source energy, you know, which is evasive, which is elusive. And no one can really put a finger on it. But I've associated that energy with Pluto. Okay, so out of this conflict, sometimes called the war, in heaven have arisen intermediate realities including the human reality. So this war in heaven is encountered repeatedly in all the ancient myths across the planet. Some writers describe it as interplanetary conflict, when planet Earth was the battleground of a war that began on another world when the gods fought with humans and against them. The elder gods are described as being the mysterious spiritual progenitors of the human race, the 12 races. To Lore's canon, her whole work is kind of, it revolves around this concept of intergalactic races coming together to make us. The genetic mutation that took place and the experiment, the ongoing experiment. So the great old ones who manifest through primordial memory, this and this is connected, okay? Because she is who? The counterpart of Tehuti, as well as the writer, the Syrian principle at play here, as well as the record keeper. So the real Akashic record keeper, which is beyond the 12 dimensions of the 4D. So it's not your regular Akashic record, which every Tom, Dick, and Harry is tapping into lately. It's not that. That's why I keep saying you can't access that. Even if you can, you won't be able to access it for someone else. Maybe, because you're trying so hard and you are just relentless, they can allow you to access your own records, but not anyone else's. Nope. So all those readings you guys keep getting about your past life and the Akashic records, that's not what it is. It's most likely a psyop. The reader who's providing such a knowledge is compromised because psyoped. Okay. What was I going to say? Now these great old ones are said to lie outside the gate of the abyss, which is, according to Kenneth Grant, the point of ingress into the noumenon and of egress in phenomena. Okay, again, the nothingness turning into something. In other words, it is the gateway of the manifestation into non-manifestation, or cosmos into chaos. He also refers to this as war in heaven. Again, it all comes back to the one thing. He further describes chaos as the ultimate substance of antimatter. Cosmos, on the other hand, is the realm of the divine order that manifests the principles of nature embodied in the Egyptian Neteros. So this is again very zodiacal in nature. In a way, the clear-cut division of the zodiacs, the wheel, it is a very great symbol of cosmos. And in this card as well, it represents the zodiac. So the directions in space were defined by the positions of the circumpolar stars, and the symmetry of this image emphasizes the natural laws governing the Earth's evolution and mirrors their celestial counterparts. Heavy mirroring. It is that as above, so below concept. Because order is essential, and for Egyptians, very much so. Because order was the foundation and measure of all created things, and math was the basis of this order. Again, connected to Sesheta because she is also the counterpart of Tehuti. And Tehuti is directly connected to Isis. And we have Septet here, who is the very serious star. Again, she is the black Isis. Why black? Let's look into it. So the cosmic Osset, Isis, was identified by the ancient Egyptians as the star Sirius, the brilliant herald of the new year, when it rose over the eastern horizon, with the sun to mark the annual flooding of the Nile, bringing life and fertility to the land. This is connected to the harvest season, you guys, and this reading is the harvest full moon reading, right? And yes, that is the flooding of your Nile. We have the river here, the cosmic river, the primordial waters. It looks chaotic, but guess what is blooming out of this water? Nefertum, the blue lotus energy is here. And with the blue lotus, I'm always reminded of that poem, The Lotus Eater. It's also waking up from the slumber. Spiritual slumber, yes, but also the slumber that is often induced as a byproduct of staying too much up in the ethers. Does it make sense? Yeah, because this period is about finding harmony between all elements, because we are being led to this energy which is of creation. This is the final card in the moon family. So this is also, and again, this is connected to beginnings, renewal, absolute renewal. This is the full energy too. Okay, this is the Ouroboros. This is the sea serpent that came out in today's daily reading for the 888 portal. Is the same energy, you guys. I cannot make this up, how everything kind of connects. So this period is about growth, okay? And even when it comes to the union, those of you who are on a twin journey, you are realizing what it is actually about, because now everything is different. This reunion is very different from all the unions you've been in, because you know you did have that on off energy going on. And some of you, I'll tell you what is happening. Those of you who are not on a twin journey, you are here too, okay? And for you, the message is what felt like a twin journey on your end, you are realizing the plutonic nature of your connection, because of course it can mirror the twin energy. If you have plutonic aspects in your synastry chart with your person, it can mirror the twin energy. You know why I think it is cool and why I understand people's reaction, how people react against the whole twin flame journey, you know, because it's not for the weak. It is not. And people are always like, you know, giving heads up that how it is crap and we shouldn't be promoting all this. But it is a lived reality of thousands of people. Yes, it is rare. And oftentimes, people who think that they are on a twin journey, they're actually on a plutonic journey. Okay? So it's that Persephone, Hades energy that they are dealing with. And there is that runner chaser dynamic in there too. The only thing that is different is in a plutonic relationship, only, like I would say, 2 out of 10 couples will be able to overcome that Plutonian darkness, because that is a very hammering energy. It hammers you, okay? It hammers you. It can like beat you to pulp. Not literally. I mean, yeah, maybe literally, yeah. But it's like tough, tough. And others, yeah, you can really lose your shit when it comes to those platonic relationships. Just because people are dealing with these things, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk about the real twin connections, because come on, it is very much a reality for many people. Okay? And I feel like this is happening for a reason. Because, of course, if it exists, it is from the divine. Everything that exists is from the divine. Even the tree of death. You know, we feed it. Collectively, we feed the tree of death. We sustain it because it also has a chunk of that spirit energy from the source. And we need that because it's evolutionary. It is about evolution. Everything is connected. I hope I'm making sense, though I know I went on a tangent about the whole twin and Plutonian energy, but I think it's very important. Okay, so I would say check for Venus and Pluto energy. Sorry, Venus and Pluto aspects in your natal chart, okay? Because zodiac is here, right? And then I have Sesheta, so I think that is why the message is coming through very strongly, especially if you have Venus square Pluto synastry. Okay? Yeah, all right, let's see. Sabdat, the black Isis energy, where are you? Okay. The star, Sept or Sirius. Yeah. So it says, okay, this is what we were reading. Yeah. So yes, this is the Shakti energy, you guys. This is that strong divine feminine energy that can be really scary if you don't understand it. And it is very easy to misunderstand this energy because it is very plutonic in nature. I should say Plutonian in nature, because I know a lot of you can like misinterpret plutonic with platonic, because thanks to Plato. And okay, coming back to Plato, I think he was the guy who introduced the word to the whole twin flame energy. Yeah, he talked about it, Plato. He was a student of Socrates, right? And then his student was Aristotle. Let's check something about Plato from this book that's called The Story of Philosophy by Will Durant. It's the only philosophy book that I have, and I'm being guided to. Okay, chill. Yep. I'm gonna see. What the hell did he talk about? Oh, I already bookmarked the page. Look at this. You guys see? And that's Plato. Let's see. And oh, there is something here. So it says, if, for example, good meant intelligent and virtue meant wisdom, if men could be taught to see clearly their real interests, to see afar the distant results of their deeds, to criticize and coordinate their desires out of a self-canceling chaos into a purposive and creative harmony, cosmos, this perhaps would provide for the educated and sophisticated man the morality which in the unlettered relies on reiterated precepts and external control. Perhaps all sin is error, partial vision, foolishness. The intelligent man may have the same violent and unsocial impulses as the ignorant man, but surely he will control them better and slip less often into imitation of the beast. And in an intelligently administered society, One that return to the individual is widened powers more than it took from him in restricted liberty. The advantage of every man would lie in social and loyal conduct, and only clear sight would be needed to ensure peace and order and goodwill. Oh yeah, he's like for democracy, I feel, which is great. Yeah, I mean, what other option do we have right now? Personally, I want all the governments to merge. Don't ask me why. I think that's where we are headed. That is what the utopian version of the New World Order is. I'm not talking about the totalitarian New World Order, Brave New World shit, and the 1984 shit, because these books, these dystopian books, I never fucking read it for a reason. I know that just I just didn't for a reason, because it is not going to be our reality. They just totally misunderstood the Aquarian age concept. Yep. And I feel like, these people, they were just like, I don't know, messed up to write such stuff. And also all the crap that they make on Netflix, that is very subtle manipulation towards creating our own chaotic reality through those dystopian shows like Black Mirror and shit. Okay, I don't know why I'm swearing so much. Oh yeah, I know, it's that full moon in Aries energy. Okay, ram-headed. Let's fight. I want to fight. I actually want to fight right now. I want to fight someone. Let's fight. I want to argue. Let's argue against democracy, how it's a farce, especially in today's society, how it's degraded, how they make a fool of the collective, how voting is a joke. None of these big ass democratic countries are fair. We are anyway being run by one source, like here in the Matrix. Yep. All of this is just like it's a shared facade. Everybody's just keeping up appearances. And now that source is kind of like becoming benevolent for some reason. That's why you will see how everything is going to shift. And if we are alive to see that time, I'm sure it will be something. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. Totally channeling right now. Sabdat, let's see Sabdat. Oh, we were already seeing her. Enough about that, because she's on the boat, you see. And I'm being reminded of this I think it's a crater on Pluto, and it's a heart-shaped crater on Pluto. Look into that. So yeah, the division between Plutonian and the real twin journey, it's totally different. It's a totally different thing, but at the same time, it serves a similar purpose. Okay, but with the twin union, it is like you have this divine light energy helping you at all times. With the Plutonian connections, it's darker. Okay, it's almost like, yes, you have that divine assistance, of course you do, but at the same time, your underworld is really, really of a tough level, you know? Like you have to slay a lot of demons, both of you. And if you have a Venus square Pluto synastry in your own natal chart, and your partner does too, then I feel like, that energy can turn into the higher octave, which will be very, very close to the twin energy. Does it make sense? Yeah. So, this is like, this is a very beautiful mechanism of spiritual protection. But I am giving out this secret for a reason, because someone needs to hear it. Okay? So how does it matter if you are caught up in that obsessive energy? That is what you have to be mindful of. With the twin union, it's like even if there is that obsessive energy, it's different from the Plutonian energy. With the Plutonian energy is you will do reckless things. Reckless things. With the twin energy, it's like you will not. You'll rise above all the darkness. You will be like, because you have that divine faith working for you. So you're already tapped in that way, both of you. But with the Plutonian, it's like trying to take control, trying to kind of like hammer, I'm hearing, hammer it to your own liking. Crazy messages today, you guys. All right, let's see the Nu energy, which is the night energy, which is again, it's the beginning and the end. Okay, this is a very dissolution energy, especially because right now, yes, the moon has moved into Revati nakshatra. Revati is the final nakshatra, the 27th. Technically 28th, because there is another nakshatra that is in occultation, so it's hidden. It was, yeah, it was made to go into occultation by Lord Krishna. So yeah, Revati, 27th, or you could say 28th nakshatra, okay? Now, this is the dissolution. This is the final nakshatra in the sign of Pisces. It's all about dissolution, as a kind of dissolution that is also rising above all the chaos, or just taking it and dissolving it and getting rid of it, burning it too, because then we move into that Ashwini energy, because that is potent Ketu energy, that is again this atomic energy that is very much Plutonian again. You guys could have like placements in Pisces less, but no, not less. Okay, not Pisces that much, but Aries. Aries, yes, so it can show up as a tropical Pisces. So this is the beginning of a potent transformation. Again, what is transformation? It's Pluto. I know we kind of like, the traditional astrologers, both tropical and sidereal, they dismiss Pluto energy like it's nothing. But nothing is nothing, okay? It's a part of a solar system. And its moon is as big as itself, okay? So and Pluto kind of like revolves around its own moon, if I'm not wrong. They both kind of like keep going in circles. So again, it is very much the energy of the Syrian binary planet system, okay, where one is more potent, the other is dwarf. And dwarf, Pluto is a dwarf, I don't know why I'm not able to say that word, dwarf planet. Can I say the other word? Midget planet? Sorry, I don't know, I don't know if it's offensive, but I also don't give two shits about political correctness. But we did talk about Plato, so maybe I should. So I don't know if it's offensive, but it's a word, so I'm just gonna use it. Okay, I'm gonna say dwarf planet. Yeah, right? Pluto is that too. So there is that correlation. You can see that, right? Wow, this reading is heavy on Pluto and the Syrian system. So again, because those are symbols of twin energy. Research about the Pluto moon connection, okay, you guys? Now, for the Egyptian mentality, the concept of spirit being opposite to matter was not even considered, like it is in most cultures, right? Where spirit is just this abstract concept, and everything here is like, feel, touch, taste. there was only a difference of subtlety and vibration. And this is what the whole spiritual awakening is about, this revolution, this 4D to 5D shift. That's what it is about. It's about getting in touch with the subtle realms, you know, being able to feel these vibrations. Now, there was no duality, but rather a great unity in which different levels of being were defined. This goes back to the twin union when twins were together. The duality didn't exist. And it started off with this Shu Tefnut energy, right? The soul splitting into two. And then from this came out the other creations, other beings. This is manifestation of the matter, material. Now, there was no duality, but rather a great unity in which different levels of being were defined as the various differentiations of the primary energy. Everything goes back to that divine source. And in this case, in our case, it is our spiritual sun energy, which is Sirius. So over here, the colors in this, black represents the phase of origin, the beginning of the great work of the alchemists, right? Which in turn turns to red. Now, it is an inert state, the chaos from which the primordial water was derived. And this is reminding me of that Ketu energy, that atomic energy. Again, that Shakti energy, right? It was like coming into existence. Now, blue is the color of Venus. Venus, we did mention Venus and Pluto synastry. Pluto is that atomic power. Venus is Venus. It's Isis. It's that Shakti energy. It's the occult power. You know, it presents itself as something alluring, beautiful, feminine, light, divine. But there's so much more to this energy. I always say Venus is a warrior. And she's as dark as Pluto. So don't be afraid if you research about the Pluto-Venus square synastry. Why square? Because the square is that 1, 1, 1, 1 energy. The square is the solid structure in the material here. It's the manifestation that is very secure, solid, and built on a very deep, strong, rooted foundation. No tower can take it out. Understand this about synastry aspects. Everybody fearmongers quite a lot when it comes to the squares and oppositions. Oppositions, it's like you're directly working in tandem with the opposite energy. Square, you will never stop working together. Now, if you're working for or against, that is up to your level of consciousness, right? And in the twin journey, there's often one person, one energy that has quite a lot of work to do. But at the same time, if the other person is doing all that work, right? So again, it affects the one who's not, and they're forced to kind of level up. And that is why there can be resentments. There can be like, ugh, why can't you do things? Why can't you make my life easier, you know? Why do I have to do this? But of course, you know, once you start putting in the work, it's like you understand. You understand how fruitful your union is. Anyway. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so the blue is the color of Venus, and that is again the energy of Hathor, Hearth, that Venus energy. Again, that Linus energy too. Lyran energy. So very ancient souls. This reading is for very, very ancient souls. You guys are Ancient. Ancient SF. And I don't have to look in your Akashic records to tell you that, okay? I know that at least like three people here, no, sorry, two people I read for, I did a personal reading for, turned out to be life path 3-3. So, yeah, it's a big deal for me and I love it. Okay. And white here is the mercurial watery state of metamorphosis. Nothing is stagnant. This is also reminding me of the ritual that we did, with Sasheta because she's a writer. And I think the last time we did the written ritual, she came out, if I'm not wrong. I think she did. And she came out here today as well. And for some reason, I was guided to pull out 6 cards. And then now we have like 7 here, right? Again, her number. You guys could be seeing a lot of 7s, like 707, 717, 117, 808, 818, and of course 888, and 222, and 555. Okay? Yeah. 10, 10, 10, 2. And of course 11, 11 is big. So I'm just going to say this very clearly, that this period, no matter how dark it gets, and through this union as well, after this union, no matter how dark it gets, it's like you will never lose sight of that blooming lotus that your person is and that you have become. And it applies both ways. Does it make sense? It should. All right. Because you both have realized this thing that you are each other's fire, each other's sun. I'm also getting this energy of the black sun. So there is this Saturnian devotion at play, which you cannot understand, which no one around you can understand. It is a very, it is connected to direct lived experience that can only be experienced between the people involved. Any third party, any external element is beyond it. They cannot comprehend it. Does it make sense? It's like that. And this knowing, this realization is taking you to a place in your consciousness where you will feel this wave of bliss pass through you every now and then just because of this inner realization. It's a joy that cannot be explained. You only feel it. And it's beautiful. All right, let's look at Nefertiti. Yeah. So, loved for its fragrant beauty as well as its narcotic properties. The blue lotus was the variety most prized, and lotus blossom perfume, distilled and stored in precious flasks, was widely used in people's magical life. This is creating magic together. This is coming out of that haze, that brain fog, that I feel like many of you, yes, you did go through heavy substance abuse of some sort or the other, because this journey is so dark. It can take you to really dark places. Everything serves a purpose, but sometimes it gets too much for the human experience, for the human body to bear all that. That's when, you tend to repress. And for that, substances are always the number one option for people because it's easy that way, right? But those of you who are on the divine path, you kind of always overcome that in one way or the other. And in turn, you do the same for everyone who comes in contact with you. You try to extend this energy towards other through your lived experience. Again, this reading is heavy on lived experience. Because with Aries, it's that, again, that Ketu energy where it's like, it goes in head first, also kind of destroys himself a little bit. and experiences everything, learns through it, and then is in a much better position to tell others what's what. So it's a very authentic energy too. And that's what you offer to others, okay? You guys help others in ways you're not aware of. Some of you, you should, I think if I think maybe you do, but I feel like there is something in for you to like work for the ones who are struggling with addiction issues, substance issues. And I think that's a very big thing in America, right? It's kind of like an epidemic, looks like it, at least on the internet. All the zombie walk videos that I've seen, it's really disheartening. It's like, what is happening? You know, it's just sad. It's just sad. Anyway, so Nephilim is basically, he's a child of Tau and Sekhmet, right? So of course, very fiery, very, very fiery, but at the same time, very healing. Okay, and this is about that joy of knowing, that realization. Again, distillation of experience. I didn't even read this, and I've been talking about experience. Distillation of experience. Distillation process is what? It is again harmony, right? Finding harmony. It's about finding order in chaos through the process. Just think of that process. You need that peace there, right? That finds that order there. Kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. Many of you, I feel like this union is going to lead to an initiation of some sort. It's already happening. Some of you, yes, you are supposed to make a child, bring another life into existence. And this is a very old message that is coming back again very strongly this time around, especially because I am being pulled towards this card, Sasheta. Because this is your spirit child waiting to come through, to find materialization in this earth plane. And it has to be through you, because again, it's about the DNA. It's about the future, especially with him here. Okay. It says the follower of the occult way was said to have the power to be transformed into a lotus after death, bringing to mind an immediate parallel with the Hindu concept of the chakras or lotuses of the subtle body, particularly the Sahasrara chakra or thousand petal lotus, the crown, which is said to be the center of cosmic consciousness and spiritual illumination. Some of you, it's a child, some of you, of course, it's a project. And whatever it is going to uplift humanity. This is evolution of consciousness. Now, yes, can't have final card. This is the snake eating its own tail. Time is an illusion. Everything comes back full circle. Immortality, that's what this card is about. An immortal spirit wants to come through as your child. Have you been thinking of names of your children for some reason? I don't know. Some of you, I think, you're seeking a child that could be yours. What is this? So this is the power of renewal. the perpetual process of birth and rebirth. Oh, rebirth. And as such, he is closely related with Amsu, yeah, the phallic god. Kemtef is also derived from Ouroboros. Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, which has the same meaning of perpetual renewal. And again, it's reminding me of sea serpent because that is again connected to Swadhisthana, right? So, okay, which is taking me back to Sepdat because it's the Shakti energy. That's where Mother Kundalini rests in most of us, many of us actually. In most of us, it's the root chakra. But the old souls, yeah, it's usually the Swadhisthana. It's a level higher. And this is again connected to the consciousness evolution. The more we evolve, right, the Kundalini will kind of like stay at that higher level in more and more people. And that is what is going to be made sure of through the prospective progenies that come to earth, especially through spiritual unions, because again, heavily activated DNA. I mean, again, I would say that scientists don't even understand the true nature of a DNA. They call the 98% of a DNA junk DNA, because they don't understand it. So, of course, they don't understand the quantum realities. I forget the medical field, I mean, the so-called physicists and all, even they don't agree among themselves because they cannot form any actual conclusions because it's so elusive again. And there are some concepts that we can totally understand through higher spirituality, but scientists won't be able to. But of course, there are exceptions. I don't know of any personally. Because I don't know, I just really don't go looking for what they are finding or what they're up to. I really don't, but I think I do like Hawking's work. But then, the book that I liked, Brief History of Time, later on he kind of like, he basically, distanced himself from that work, which was like, okay, cool. Anyway, I don't know why that is coming through. So this is about something has fulfilled its time and is no longer necessary, or the return of something thought gone. It's different for each one of you. You know what it is. So this is continuity of life, renewal of energy. Telling you, those of you who are in that reunion energy, pay close attention. Don't get too comfortable there. Okay, I'm not saying that's gonna go away. No. It's about be mindful of why you are coming back together. Okay. The twins are obviously union is like it's 100%. But I guess the Plutonians, right? Because I did see Amit there. Those of you who are in Plutonian connections, you guys, I cannot sugarcoat this. You know what Amit is, right? She's the heart eater. Yo, look what the first card. Of course, this is the Thoth deck. It is going to make a dramatic appearance. And we are seeing the wheel of fortune. That's the first card that showed itself. And who is this? Prudence, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Happiness, 9 of Cups. These are the first cards we are seeing from this deck. Okay, so but yes, I was talking about Amit. Spirit, I think, is trying to distract me to not talk about her, but I think you should know. Again, the leopard skin. Both of them are wearing leopard, so it's connected. Some of you, yes, because she's also this cosmic architect, right? Creator. And Yes, some of you building, okay, but those of you who are in Plutonian connections, you you'll be letting go. You'll be letting go of things. So it's up to you to figure out. Because those of you who are in Plutonian connection, I'm hearing only, okay, so it's not 2 out of 10, it's 3 out of 10. Okay, 2 to 3 out of 10 such connections will ascend to the twin energy. Oh, this is about ascension to twin energy, you guys. And the other 7, majority of Plutonian relations cannot survive this Amit energy. So you basically let the darkness eat your heart. That is why I feel like it's very important to be discerning when it comes to all this heavy energy, all this, especially this energy where you just cannot, like, overlook. It has to be worked through. So guys, please look into it, okay? Look into it. Now let's get some tarot. I think this is a very long reading, but absolutely love the messages that are coming through. Okay, let's see. This is from the collective. Twin energy is the first card that came out. 2 more shuffles. Something flipped. All right, let's look at Shoe Tough Nut. Yeah, the King of Swords underneath and the star. Are you seeing this? This is crazy. And again, this is giving me Pluto. Pluto, but here we have the crystals and the star. I love this. And this is, again, this is a very watery star, but at the same time that air energy. And Shu and Tefnut, they are that wind and watery energy, right? Wow. We do have the King of Swords here. It's very outwardly, like very dragon fly energy. I want to see the star here. Who is she? Wow. Wow. So the whole Aeon of the Horus thing, I don't know if you guys know this. So Thoth, basically, Thoth, wow, Thoth, Aleister Crowley. Okay, so it's Crowley in British, but Americans usually pronounce it as Crowley. And I prefer Crowley because crow. So I'm going to say Crowley. Aleister Crowley. So his whole concept of the Aeon of Horus is about the age of Aquarius. Okay? Who is Horus? The child of Isis and Osiris. Again, the twin energy, right? And we have that child here. Who is he? You can correlate this energy to Horus because his parents are also cosmic twins, Tha and Sekhmet. But for them, it's like this very fiery energy. Fireborns, Lyrans, it's that energy. But when it comes to our present collective, it is the Lyran energy at play too, but it is also Syrian energy. So Lyran is that fire energy, Syrian is that water energy. Wow, and I love how everything comes back in circle. It's just like meets at a point, that's what is happening right now. So yes, it's about the fire moon and the water moon, the fire in tropical and the water in sidereal. And again, the Gandanta energy that I mentioned. So this whole evolution is about that Gandanta energy of the spiritual not being unlocked, coming off the knot. And the star is because the star seeds are here to do that. And I always say this, every twin is a star seed, is an ancient star seed. You cannot take that out of equation. Okay, and this is your confirmation. You guys should work with crystals. Crystals are your best friend. Reiki is your best friend. It will help you navigate this earth energy, the earth density, as well as grounding is your best friend. Okay, so yeah, it says every form of energy in this card is spiral. Oh yes, the spiral. That's why I mentioned the Reiki, because I noticed a spiral here, 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 here. And the circular imagery, which is very spiritual. Circle is spirit. And the Plutonian connections are also serving a higher purpose. This is an anticipation of the present aeon. Aeon is basically age, the era, okay? There are levels to it. I think eras make aeon, or maybe aeons make era. I don't know, something like that. I studied this in geography. Yeah, I'm a geography major, modern history major, but then I did my master's in literature. So yeah, I was a liberal arts student in undergrad, and then I went for literature. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Yeah, this is also about graduation that is connected to Plutonian energy, okay? So Plutonians, yeah, get that degree. I mean, you can. That's how twin connections ascend, you know? That's how they become twins, through that Venus-Pluto connection. It is not something, okay, I'm not going to get into it. I hope I make sense, okay? But of course, the success rate is kind of low, but if you have that will, go get it. Okay, so yes, this spiral is basically the anticipation of the age of Aquarius, right? Age of Aquarius with the star card here, which is the Aeon of Horus for Mr. Crowley. Okay, the crowned and conquering child, successor to the dying god Osiris. And yes, so Osiris is basically the age that we are moving out of, I guess. Yeah, before that it was the age of Isis, which was matriarchal, and then the current age Osiris, which is patriarchal, and the age that we are moving into, that is the Horus energy. With Horus, it's like, it's beautiful, yes, but there is something about light energy being so strong that, okay, I can actually predict something about the age of Aquarius. What happens when there is too much light? It's blinding, right? So that is the only thing that can go wrong with the evolution. But that is, again, that is what is going to make light bodies accessible to the human race. That's when we will ascend so high up there that we will not need the 3D vessel. Does it make sense? But of course, it will be very uncomfortable for those who cannot jump timelines, you know? So it will be chaotic too. Then again, it goes back to, you know, destruction being a necessary element for creation and whatnot. But yeah, with the Aquarius, with the age of Aquarius, that's what it is. You know why I'm saying this is because Horus, he could not understand the dark element. He cannot understand the necessity for the energy of Seth, right? So that's why when the mother intervened, Isis, he did not hesitate to behead her. Anyway, so the departing aeon is shown, the aeon of Osiris is shown as the rectilinear forms of energy issuing from the lower cup. Yeah, it's being poured out. These forms stand for the now abandoned Euclidean geometry. The figure of the goddess may be taken as a manifestation of the surrounding space of heaven. Again, that light energy, divine light energy. Crystals will be very, very major in this age. We are already seeing how it is, right? Yeah, let's see. Let's look at Shen-Er. How long have I been talking for? Okay, Shen-Er. Truce. Four of Swords. Prince of Cup. This is the Knight of Cup. Yes, this is the union energy that is making the that is bringing in this cosmic union, this harmony. Astrology is at play here. When Pluto goes direct, I think it's going direct on 10th of October. It will be in Capricorn for a while, and then it's going to move into Aquarius, right? In January, sometime in Jan. So you guys, you'll see major changes in these 4 months. October, November, December, January. Life changing. Wow, look. Every time I write, look at this. I'm messy. Truce. This is deep contemplation, deep healing. And this healing expresses itself in every interaction you have with your other half, with your person, whether it's your real twin or whether it's your Hades or Venus, whatever you want to say. I'm just gonna call Venus the DF, the divine feminine, and Pluto is the divine masculine, but of the underworld. No, but like, you know, this, of course, I have to make this separation, but I think I will start mentioning this. Plutonian connections as well as the twin connections, because they both are similar, okay? But I will always tell you how it's different whenever it comes up. I think that is the truth that we are making today. Because what is this age of Aquarius? It's not so much about the division, is it now? And sometimes I feel like people want that twin connection so deeply, and when they see all evidence against it, they become disheartened, they become angry. All of that is a very big possibility, right? I don't want you to feel like that, because if it's in your psyche, if it's a part of your psyche and it wants to be felt, it is making itself known so deeply, right? Then there is something for you to look into. And if you feel like it's not exactly twin, then it's definitely something Plutonian. And now you know where to look at, what to look for, okay? My lovelies, my starborns, don't be disheartened, never give up, no matter what it is, no matter how dark it gets. It can get really dark with Pluto. But I don't know, I have this immense love for Pluto for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's also the myth of Hades. Kind of dig him. Always did. Plus there's a song called Hades by the band, by this metal band called Kalma. It's death metal. I used to blast a lot of death metal, still do. And that song is evergreen. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's see Septet. We have Princess of Cups here. Love it. We have that dragon energy here. Queen of Cups. Wow. What am I saying? It's that Isis energy. She is invisible, right? The Queen of Cups in this deck, and we have the White Lotus here. And we have 3 Lotus here. With all that water, it's like, again, something waiting to come into existence. This is that collective project that you guys will be working on. And of course, for many of you, it's a child, you guys. It is a child. Because we do have the Princess of Cups here. Pages are, I kind of consider them children. 2, of course, they can show up as other energies. They mostly show up as other energies, but they can be read as children. That's what it is about. And you see the dragon here, and oh my god, another White Lotus. Look at that. Definitely about a child. What is this? It's a turtle? Okay. Wow. Cetus. I'm hearing Cetus. Cetus. Cetus is this elusive house. It can be considered the 14th house if we consider Ophiuchus part of the zodiac. Okay, I actually want to see the Queen of Cups. What does it say? So you guys, I used the thought deck today to do my own reading, and that was like the first reading I did. And yes, I don't keep separate decks for myself and for my collective. I don't do that, not yet at least, because we are not a very big collective. Plus, if we are on the similar journey or whatnot, so why do that? Again, yeah, I'm becoming very against divisions for some reason. Okay. Because we have kind of like slayed a lot of dragons and all that spiritual warfare stuff. It's, yeah, the war in heaven stuff. It never ends, kind of like, but there's something about handling things differently, because I feel like your spiritual team is on another level now. You have that Z security. I don't even know what it means. I think it's like a very high level of security. Anyway, Queen of Cups. So she's the watery, yeah, queen. It's like this very nourishing energy, right? Which is, again, giving me this mother energy for some reason. So it's receptivity on the feminine's end. Feminines are very receptive, as well as masculines are very receptive. And at the same time, they are very proactive too, both of them. I love that. Okay. And yes, she's holding the lotus of Isis. You guys, something about lotus, both blue lotus and white lotus. So you guys have connections to Egypt, as well as the Aztecs, the Mexicans, Peru, Latin America, Inca. Let's look at the note. Success. 6 of Pentacles. Swiftness. 8 of Wands. Alignment. This is major. This is major. This is that mutual energy, you guys. What am I saying? That harmony is only possible when there is mutual receptivity and that need to overcome whatever it is. As well as this is materialization of your plans. Okay? You both are moving very differently around this period. And why are we getting this message for the full moon? Because this is the harvest moon. This is what you are harvesting. This is very big because it is connected to the very reason you are here for. Does it make sense? It's that big. I want to see the Six of Pentacles while we are at it. Yes, this is the moon's exaltation, you guys. Tiferet, the moon in Taurus energy. It's moon is exalted in Taurus because it's very stable there. So even if you're surrounded by this chaos, you transcend that chaos like there is no tomorrow. And it is due to your connection, due to this higher connection that you have with the divine and all that work that you have done on yourself. You have access to higher alchemy, basically. And again, Venus ruled moon. So these are hexagrams. I think it's connected to the I Ching divinatory system. And this is about the rose cross. This is basically it is the harmonious establishment of the energy of all the elements present. Again, this repetitive energy, whatever was chaotic, it is being brought into this beautiful, beautiful order, this beautiful cosmic order. Let's look at Nephilim. I'm not taking reversals. This came out. We did see it underneath. Okay, let's take it. Swiftness. We have Temperance here. And Hermit underneath. So Hermit energy is basically that of the abstract God. And with swiftness, I do see this is what you're being aligned to and for. This project, I do see travel, you guys. I do see a journey ahead. I do see movement. I do see many of you, you will be moving places. Okay, let's look at the Eight of Wands too. Yes, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. That's why travel came through. But also because of Kamtev. So this card represents the light wands turned into electrical rays constituting matter by their energy. It's the restored universe, which is the rainbow. This is the cosmos here, basically. The restored universe, you guys. And these look like lightning bolts. You see the wands here. So it's like you guys are basically manifested lightning bolts. So now God has basically changed his ways. It's not that angry old God, you know, throwing lightning here and there. Now he's found, I shouldn't say he, but like God has found method to his madness. Okay, I think since about madness, so that's why he is coming through. You guys, I'm just kidding. My masculines, please don't run. Don't hate me. Okay. But I do feel that masculine energy is kind of like crazy and they don't even know it. Okay. So yeah, this is also very quick moving energy. So expect big changes and quick changes, especially when it comes to the project, the work that you're doing. Okay. You're being redirected as well as aligned. All the misalignment is falling off. And this is the third time I feel like saying this, but this time I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it for the first time actually. That the messages that are coming through sometimes, you know, if it takes me back to the first part of the reading where I wrote down certain things. So I think this is what it is about. The stuff that I wrote, those messages are coming through too, that yes, it's happening. because I said something about removing stagnation of any sort, right? And now this is reminding me it is being lifted off that energy of stagnation. This is quick movement, that too in the right direction. No derailments. Let's look at the Cantor. Three of Swords underneath. Six of Swords. Wow. 6, 6. Moving beyond dogma. This is moving away from conditioning. This is finding that direct connection with the source. That came through with this energy. The Three of Swords energy. Wow, love it. Ace of Swords right underneath it. It is that Four of Swords which we saw here, okay? This energy is being transmuted. The energy of sorrow. It is being... I'm not even going to sugarcoat what you guys went through. But this is total renewal. Okay, this is total renewal. You have learned how to navigate the matrix. You understand how you are a part of the matrix and how it is not about leaving the matrix behind. No, it's about transcending it at a level, but at the same time, it is about staying very grounded because you understand what you're doing here and what you're here for. So your job is actually not to disconnect from the matrix. Your job is to stay connected and lift it up, light it up, fill it with your own divine light, that everyone who comes in contact with you is pulled into that magnetic field and in turn starts doing the same. Does it make sense? That's what it is. Okay. Any final advice? Final advice? Queen of Swords underneath. Wow, I love this. And the fact that it's coming with the Tower. Now, this is the advice, and I love this because we were talking about the Matrix just now. And this card, I think when I did the unboxing video, I talked about it, like how it reminds me of the Matrix. And with that eye symbol there, it's like how all these conspiracy theorists and all these, you know, whatever orders and cults and old ancient cult gurus and even the recent ones, how they kind of like, you know, did too much to understand a very simple thing. Ultimately, it's all about the age of Aquarius. It's about that spiritual evolution. I would say spiritual revolution. Yeah, it all goes back to the same thing. But everybody was talking about it in their own way as they understood at the time. Very few were able to kind of like actually totally tap in. And I think Aleister Crowley is one of those people. And yes, earlier, like when I didn't know much about this guy and whatever rumors I heard, I was like, okay, you know. But I'm gonna tell something to you guys. Wherever I see fear mongering, wherever I see a lot of like crap, I like to dig in to see it for myself. What all the fuss is about, you know? So I remember when I was in ninth grade here in India, okay? And I came across the Satanic Bible because I was in the metal circle. I was a metalhead. I came across the Satanic Bible and it seemed like something very dark and something like whatever, you know, and I was like, I want to read it. And of course, it was not available as a paperback or anything. So a friend of mine sent me the PDF copy of it. I read it. I was disappointed when I finished because I was like, what the hell is this? How is it satanic? This is like philosophy. So I was disappointed because I was hoping for some, I don't know, grimoire shit. Yeah, because again, I don't practice, but I like to read about all this because it just, I don't know, there's something funny and at the same time enlightening about it. That, sometimes how people sell very basic stuff as something which is like, oh my god, so big, but it's really not. And when you come to that realization, it's like, damn, I just got reeled in. So it was that sort of energy. And I don't know why I'm telling you about the Satanic Bible. But yeah, I think many of you could be like dealing with something similar, like, like it could very well be about the thought deck. Some of you must be thinking, what the hell? Why is she like, dabbling into this sort of deck? I don't know, something like that. If you are having some judgments in place, then understand that whatever you judge or whatever you're afraid of, try to know more about it. Dig in, do your own research, okay? Try to see why you are triggered. Does it make sense? Do that, okay? Now, with the Tower for the advice, this is about the eclipses, you guys. I think I forgot to tell you something. I was telling you something, but then again, went on a tangent, so it happens for a reason. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But yeah, eclipses are very damn important, especially with the Queen of Swords here, because this is giving me Libra season, and with the Tower, again, Libra, Scorpio season, that's when the eclipses are happening. So work with the eclipses. And because I put it right here, success is assured. Especially when it comes to your emotional space. Trust your feelings. Trust your feelings. And those of you who are on the twin journey, you already do. You already do. And those of you who are in Plutonian connections, understand how energy works and use it to your benefit. And when I say that, I'm not talking about manipulation. And especially, I do not encourage any kind of energy manipulation when someone else's free will is at stake, because just look into cause and effect. You don't want to do that. You don't want to. You set yourself back if you do that. Never try to control anyone else's free will. Twin flame, soulmate, this flame, that flame, this connection, that connection, whatever. Never do that. And of course, in a twin connection, you will never even think of doing that. Forget doing it. There will always be a subconscious, unconscious manipulation, yeah, that stems from your own shadow. But the whole journey is about overcoming that. And in order to overcome that, of course, you will live it out first. So that's a whole different topic. I hope it makes sense, okay? But with the Tower, big changes, transformation. And that's again taking me back to the ritual that I did. I wrote about it. Wow, I just felt my surrounding become lighter, like both energetically as well as visually. See, we have the Page of Pentacles here. This is that yin-yang balance. This is the balance we've been talking about. That is what is taking place. And with the Queen of Swords, it's like overcoming the darkness of one's own mind. Standing in one's own truth is everything. This is about self-empowerment. And this eclipse is, of course, both the eclipses are here to clean house, right? So there will be Tower moments, but very necessary, very needed moments, right? Which you really need. Again, goes back to the vacuum cleaner energy. I told you guys about in my other reading. I think it was the pick a card, where in my cat deck, the death card is represented by a vacuum cleaner, which is funny, but also so very smart and relevant. Whoever thought of that, it's like, it's funny, it's hilarious. Anyways, that energy, so yeah, it's kind of like spring cleaning during autumn. And again, spring energy is, spring and autumn energy, they're kind of similar because we have that Libra and Aries axis. Whoa, we have Libra here, and Aries is the full moon that we are reading for, right? And whatever is happening, everything is happening for your higher good. It's happening in your favor, and it's happening exactly the way it is supposed to, with the Eight of Wands and Sasheta here. Okay? Okay. So I hope this helps. This was intense for some reason. Okay, yes, so I was saying I did my first tarot reading with this deck, right? Thoth deck. And yeah, you guys, it made me so emotional. I was crying because the kind of energies that I picked up, it was intense and so beautiful, and wow. You know, I do like the works of Golden Dawn group, and tarot is a very big part of that order. I'm not really big on orders and cults and whatnot, but I feel like the work that they accomplished is, it's very crucial to where we are at now. They were basically pioneers, and I have nothing but respect for everyone associated, everyone who is sharing their work with the world. They get kept initially, and I think it was very important because, see, whatever was shared, it was misinterpreted, right? And it was like they were vilified left and right, especially Mr. Crowley, right? So it makes sense. But now, of course, we're ready. Now it's a, tarot is like our lived reality. It's kind of like, it's not all that occult, is it now? And yes, the Golden Dawn, they created the Rider-Waite Smith deck, and Mr. Crowley created this one. This is deep, this is very intense. And yes, Lady Freda Harris, she is the artist, and her work, nothing but immense respect. I love it. I love what these people have achieved. Okay? So yeah, always research. Do your own research before you decide to judge others, I would say. And especially there is something about, you know, loving the art, not the artist and whatnot. I don't know how much I believe that, but then I can, because I feel like sometimes spirit uses humans, just anyone, just about anyone, right, as a medium. So a lot of stuff is channeled. Could be anyone, because who knows, in spirit's eye, that human is totally something else, something, of course, beyond other common humans comprehension, right? That can be that too, because of course I'm not I don't think so spirit is like picking up just random people, right? It's not that random, because nothing is random in the universe. I don't believe in that. That's why I don't believe in what do you say, what is that? I'm missing the word. Coincidences. That's why I don't believe in coincidences. Okay, so it looks like I cannot stop talking for some reason, but I really need to. And if you guys want one-on-one readings with me, please find my website. The month of October is open, and I will be accepting readings, one-on-one readings. Please book a slot on the website. You will find the link in the description below. Okay, now, yes, for the last time, if this resonates, please like, please share, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely harvest moon.